So let me go ahead and grab the story. A man is accused of shooting his neighbor in Minneapolis. They say he had a history. The shooter had a history of violence, or should I say threats and harassment. Hell of a story.
Boil over at the Minneapolis Police 5th Precinct over a man accused of
I did all that doggone talking. Look how they acting.
shooting his neighbor.
Within the past hour, our 5 Eyewitness News camera saw this tense exchange between MPD Chief Brian O'Hara and City Council member Andre Jenkins. That moment behind closed doors happened just minutes after Chief O'Hara held a news conference to explain why police haven't arrested a man after a year-long pattern of alleged harassment and intimidation against his neighbors.
No, we're not doing Rumble tonight. I don't have it together for Rumble tonight. He say, will it be book learning with us? How many other people do y'all know who book learn with y'all? Huh?
Council member Jenkins was not accepting his reasoning. Listen in.
We are not going to bust the door down, guns blazing, and get into a deadly force situation. That's not going to happen.
I can tell you this, we pay our officers a lot of money to do the job that they signed up to do, and so they should be willing to do their job. The perpetrator committed a violent crime, attempted murder, and he needs to go to jail.
Now, the shooting suspect, John Sawchak, is charged with second-degree attempted murder.
And records show the man charged is no stranger to law enforcement. Eric Shelley spoke to the family and prosecutors today.
A developing story, definitely. Well, the victim is alive after a bullet fractured his spine and at least 2 ribs. Court records indicate the family made nearly 20 police reports over the last year about the neighbor now charged with the shooting.
It's been hell.
That's how Davis Mutori describes living next door to a man on Grand Avenue South in Minneapolis.
I had to call the cops so many times.
Court papers show Davis and his wife over the last year called Minneapolis police at least 19 times on neighbor John H. Sawchek, who allegedly made countless threats and engaged in almost constant harassment since the couple moved in last year. The Hennepin County Sheriff shared this mugshot of Sawchek from a different matter in 2019.
Oh, that's the neighbor. We gotta get that weight off, cause like around your neck. I look like a play out here. This shit right here, that's too big. Work on it. Watch this.
On Wednesday, the family security camera captured Davis trimming a tree out front. He's about to be shot. We edit out that exact moment, catching back up on the video after Davis fell to the ground.
I got the other video. I got the full video without them stopping.
And I was like,
don't worry about it.
I need to go get help. And my brain, just part of it just shut off.
Davis called his wife Caroline, who raced home.
When I found him, he was...
Oh, wait a minute. This is wife? And the neighbor is lighter here. I can probably see where the problem is.
When I found him, he was in, the side door entryway, just, curled up in a fetal position. In agony.
Hennepin County prosecutors charged the neighbor, 54-year-old Sawchek, with attempted murder along with other felonies. Court papers allege Sawchek threatened violence against the neighbors if they touched the tree in October 2023.
Don't you touch my tree. Don't you touch that ficus. Now listen, he 54, so he was born in the 60s. I can kind of see why. All right.
Investigators allege more violent encounters over the last year. And then about a week ago, the victim alleges Sawchek pointed a gun at him.
He predicted this would happen.
Caroline says the couple expressed their concerns to authorities over the last year.
Nothing is going to be done about this man until somebody gets hurt. And I hope it's not me or my wife.
From the time he pulled that gun, he's supposed to have been dumped on. He's supposed to have been dumped on. I promise you that.
Investigators say the defendant is wanted on at least 3 active warrants associated with prior threats or acts of violence against the victim and other neighbors. Authorities allege Sawchek has actively evaded police.
He'll run him.
The couple feels the system failed them.
He's been failed time and time again. And it just makes me sick.
Ooh, look how you just gonna throw that up like that right there. Look how you gonna throw that there at a player. You say, and that's a Republican state and city.
Members of the Minneapolis City Council sent a letter to the police chief demanding answers from MPD. The police chief says the suspect has mental health issues and a gun, and his officer's safety is a concern to him as to why there hasn't been an arrest. And when I talked to the family from their hospital room today, they told me they don't want to go back home until there has been an arrest.
Right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, you didn't. You just told me that that's a Republican state and city. Minneapolis. Oh, no, you didn't. You know you just messed up, right? Is Minneapolis in Minnesota? You know you just messed up, right? Can somebody tell me who is the governor of Minnesota? Wait. Is Minneapolis in Minnesota? You say no. Okay, so what state is Minneapolis in? Huh? You say it's a swing state. It's a swing state. No. What state is Minneapolis in? Come on. Do not be afraid. Type it out. You say, yeah. Tampa Tim Walz is the governor. Oh, so then it wouldn't be a Republican state. You almost had me, but some say just go ahead on and verify real quick. Oh, it's not a Republican state. No. That's Tim Walz state. Like they say, Tampon Walz. He is running for vice president state. Yeah. You almost had it. You almost fooled the hell out of me. You sure enough did. But this is a lot of times. This is why we have to fact check sometimes. Whenever we get a chance. Whenever we get a little chance, we need to just, sometimes I just go ahead and take our word. Which I was taking your word, but I also wanted to see who's the mayor. Matter of fact, while I'm still saying that, I wanted to see who was the mayor, but then the governor thing came up. Jacob Fry. Is Minneapolis Democrat city or Republican city? Minneapolis is known for a stronghold for the DFL, reflecting the liberal-leaning political climate. Oh, this is a Democratic state. That's what's up. I ain't tripping. Here we go.
His neighbor last week in Minneapolis is finally arrested.
It comes after the victim actually gets an apology from the police chief. Bill Keller, live for us in Uptown, where that gunman was finally taken into custody after an hours-long standoff overnight. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Kelly and Tom. In fact, just take a look at that home behind me. Nearly every window and door had been broken out by police who were trying to convince that armed suspect to surrender. This morning, the victim, the man shot by his neighbor, is breathing a sigh of relief. Now that suspect is finally behind bars, the big question that looms is why it took so long. Last Wednesday, security camera video catches the moment that Davis Maturi was shot by his neighbor while he was trimming a tree. When Maturi was released from the hospital 4 days later, the suspected gunman, John Sawchuk, was still a free man. Sawchuk had been civilly committed in the past, and court documents show that he had an extreme risk protection order. On Sunday, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara admitted that his department failed that victim by waiting so long, saying the reason that Sawchuk had not been arrested sooner was out of an abundance of caution because he was considered to be armed and dangerous.
He said, I said that to spark you, Willie, and listen, it worked. He said, a snow bunny is the most dangerous thing to a black man. Oh,
I said, patience is what has gotten my husband shot.
Look at that white queen. I know y'all ain't mad about the white queens out here. Go ahead.
We've been patient for over a year.
He tried to kill me, and if it worked for a few inches, I would have been dead.
By 10 p.m. last night, Minneapolis police surrounded the suspect's home on Grand Avenue South near 35th Street for more than 3 hours. Police tried to negotiate with Sawchuk, get him to surrender. Police Chief Brian O'Hara says in addition to the SWAT team, crisis negotiators were brought in along with a psychiatrist. They even talked with Sawcheck's family. But it took until about 1:30 in the morning for him to finally exit out the back of the home when he was taken into custody.
All of these resources, we should have just ran on up in there. You say she probably thick as hell, too white, cause we hate.
Identified issues of concern, including issues that the individual had both firearms inside and also had knowledge of improvised explosive devices. Thankfully, our officers were able to peacefully arrest.
I read that wrong. You say she probably thick as hell, too white, cuz was hating. Yes, he was.
This individual tonight after several hours of a SWAT operation.
I know there
say black queens forever, snow bunnies never in your Umar voice. That's what's up.
Have been several individuals out there, including council members, telling them to immediately barge in, to do this the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
I stand with our police officers.
That's right. Stand with the police officers.
John Sawcheck has a lengthy criminal history of making threats and acts of violence dating back to 2016. Well, this morning he now faces a handful of charges for shooting Mochuri, including second-degree attempted murder, assault, stalking, and harassment. Kelly and Tom, the police chief, says that one of the reasons that the SWAT team had waited so long, as you heard there, was because of, in addition to those weapons, the 54-year-old believed to have knowledge of improvised explosive. Thankfully, nothing got that serious overnight.
Oh, so he had a little, probably like some information, some TNT, dynamite, some things that go boom. All right.
All right. Thanks.
We got him now, though. Oh, we got him now. You know it's sad when you out here, man, you cutting down the hedges and shit. You got your little chainsaw and all that fly shit right there. You standing up and everything.
Last Wednesday's security camera video catches the moment that Davis Mochuri was shot by his neighbor while he...
And then you down. I thought I had, damn it, I had the video. Thought I had the video where they just showing it. I guess I don't. I guess I must have did something with it. But anyway, man, I guess when you was having a situation like this right here with your neighbors, and if you ever get a gun pulled on you and they don't shoot, the next time you see them, have the gun on you, and when they say anything to you, blast their ass. You can, if you want to call and make a report, and that would be really, really good. Make a report. My neighbor pulled a gun on me. I'm in fear for my life. Oh yeah. Do it like that right there. Your neighbor done pulled a gun on you. You call the police. You crying. And all this fly shit right here. I am in fear for my life. I don't even want to go outside. I am afraid to go outside. I'm afraid to go to work. I'm afraid to leave my family home and this and this and that. From that day forward, you better have a gun. For when he come out, when he or she, because I'm old, be tripping too. From the time that person comes out and say it, that person could come out and say good morning, blast their ass. You already documented. You in fear for your life, and you shaking the shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you can try to pass out while like the police there, over anxiety or something, you just fall out. Make sure that you like in like the grass or something, or if you're inside of your house or something like that, make sure you fall out, but like on the sofa, like so your head don't hit the ground. We don't want the head to hit the ground. If you outside, make sure that you in grass or something like that. Or if you outside and you may have somebody like a family member like close to you, keep a person like close up to you and just fall out. That way now it's in your jacket, it's in your record that you passed out because you was highly something stressed out and you was having like an episode or something like that right there, and damn it, you faint because you scared. Your anxiety level was so high that it caused your brain to shut off like oxygen and function something, and pass out. You know what I'm saying? You want that on your record because when you come outside the next morning and say, hello, neighbor, pow, 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 and like pow, 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 like shoot all up in the air, like because your cameras and stuff is going to come on. You let them know that you were scared. Moving right along, I ain't going to be much over you.